that I've met that have been robbed like this, they get them onto the highway as quickly as possible. Maybe you've heard stories also. First thing is they get them onto a highway because they're safe on the highway. And then they take them to a predetermined caja where they know they won't get caught.
Like a safe house.
No, like a cash machine.
Oh,
in a neighborhood that they know they're not going to get caught, or people aren't going to be looking for them. So I was merely following the research, and that was his plan. Only she's pregnant, which throws him for a real twist because he's going to see his child, and he's not a bad guy. And I've been thinking even more about the very, very ending of the script. It doesn't have it in it, but now I'm kind of convinced. When they're talking, at the very end, when you end on him...
When he asks about the kid being jealous.
Yeah. I think when you end on him, he's got to have tears.
Yeah.
Not like full,
I know
like the watery eyes.
Yeah, because what I asked was, when I saw you come down, I know you're not an actor, and I know you're not acting it.
Yeah.
But I did get the sense that you were trying to portray a guy that was, oh, what the hell did I just do?
Exactly.
And for me, that kind of changed the character from what I had read.
Yeah.
So it was important for me to ask that.
Good.
Good, okay.
Yeah, for me,
yeah, I think it would really round it off if you could see that this guy is suffering.
Yeah.
See kind of his humanity, because up to here, most people will think this is just some kind of, you know, a junky son of a bitch that might be a little nervous.
No,
but if he ends up watery-eyed, that's interesting.
You will see in you will see absolutely. We never wrote the character to be that way, and I'm sorry that you read it that way. Perhaps that's the wrong use of language on our part. But you will absolutely see that he doesn't want to do this almost from the beginning.
Okay.
And that's why the whole thing, when she says, "Can I put my seatbelt on?" she's testing him because she sees how he responds to the photo.
Okay.
You know, and he's right in that moment. She sees the humanity in him, and then she says, "Can I put my seat?" And then he smokes a cigarette, and she tries to hold it in, the cough, and he opens the window for her. Why does he do this?
Yeah, you're right.
So, and then she asks, "Can I put my seatbelt on?" Meaning, like, this guy is actually, she's witnessing that this guy is such a bad guy. And then his reaction is put the seatbelt on, giving her permission. And so that's why when the phone rings later, she feels comfortable enough to say, "Let me talk and at least just tell him I'm okay." She knows at that point, at that point she knows he's not going to kill her.